everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first video, and in this video I will walk you through an unguided project that I developed as a part of a resume project challenge conducted by a Code Basics. So let's move to the presentation. So this is a presentation related to the GoodCabs transportation and mobility domain. Let's walk you through the overview of this presentation. First, we talk about introduction and situation, then task, action plans, further analysis, results, and recommendations. GoodCabs, it is a cab service company that was established 2 years ago, which was focused on two-tier cities, and it was operated in 10 cities in India, and it aims to improve their passengers satisfaction and growth targets for 2024. What was the situation like? What the key challenges the GoodCabs are facing? So for this purpose they want the analysis, and for that they want to deliver insights so that they can get benefit and take data driven decisions that help the company to focus on the areas so that they can grow more in the upcoming years. So the first challenge is like trip to maintain a trip volume and increasing and delay is in the cab services. Second is the passenger satisfaction, then the revenue. Some cities are not meeting revenue target, so it was a challenge. What was the task? The company needs to analyze a few key metrics for their company, like trip volume, passenger satisfaction, repeat passenger rate. So by analyzing these tasks, the chief of operation get a benefit to take a strategic decisions. So what was the action that I was taken in that project? So in that project, in the dashboard part, I have created a four-page Power BI report that focused on the trip, which tells about the total trips, popular routes, trip frequency, and second is a passenger analysis, like what was the customer behavior, repeat passenger trains, and the revenue address, the total revenue city, and which month has the highest revenue and the lowest revenue. And the last one is a performance, which analyze the actual values versus the target values, like the target was meeting by the cities and it was not meeting. So this is the data model that I was designed for this dashboard. It consists of basically a 8 table. This is a star schema in which a fact table are middle, surrounded by the dimension tables. Let's walk you through the dashboard. It takes time to loading a dashboard, so it was started. In this dashboard I was provided the insights so it can help the company to take better decisions. So this is the landing page of my dashboard, which provides the 4 buttons for moving to that particular page. First we go to the trips. Here we can see the headers, so that moves you through directly on that specified pages, and these are few KPIs that was important, like total trips, average fare per trips. And if we talk about city-wise trip analysis, then we can see that Jaipur and Lucknow records the highest total trips, and with it the average fare was also increased, record the highest in the Jaipur is 483. Because of the total trips, the revenue was also high in that particular city. And if we talk about the weekend and weekday trip analysis, so in the Jaipur is the highest. Jaipur has highest travel in the city. If we go to the month, then if we see that the February month record the highest trips. We can filter it by here also. Like if we choose month, if we want to see a February month analysis, then it provides the data of February only. This is city-wise average fare analysis that provides the record, and monthly trip trends. It sees that Jaipur has highest monthly trip on January month, which was highlighted in dark. Let's move to the next page, which is passenger analysis. If we talk about the average rating given by a driver and the passenger, we see that the Kochi has recorded the highest rating. That shows that the cities and the services provided in the Kochi is good. So we have to focus to retain the passengers there. And this is the repeat passenger frequency analysis that shows the maximum 2 trips was taken by the cities like Jaipur, Kochi and Vishakhapatnam. And it shows the repeat passenger rate. If we filter it out, the repeat passenger rate, then the repeat passenger rate was increased in Surat, Lucknow and Indore, indicated by the green icon that shows the passenger loyalty, passenger trusted the services there, so that's why they repeated their trips in that particular cities. And if we see the repeat passenger rate by month, then we see May record the highest repeat passenger rate and the lowest in the January month. Let's move to the revenue page. This shows that the total revenue by the passenger type. Maximum revenue was generated by the repeated passenger, and if it was fortunate, then during the weekend time the maximum people prefer to trip to go to any tourist place. That's why the revenue is high during a weekend time and it was low during a weekday time. This is the month over month revenue analysis, which shows the increasing trends in February month as highest record, that was 7.61%, and the lowest in the June month. City-wise revenue trend, if we see, then the highest revenue month was seen by the Mysore. Let's move to the performance page and see the performance, they meet the targets or not. If we see the performance analysis by the total trips, then the Coimbatore, Jaipur, Kochi and Mysore exceeded their targets, and if we click on the plus icon, then it will show the data according to the month wise on that particular city. Like if we see in Coimbatore month, February and June record, the target was missed, but on comparison to other, every month they achieved the target. So we can filter it by directly from here also. This is a new passenger performance analysis. This also indicate that some cities has exceeded the target and some has missed the target. And this is the average passenger ratings, and it shows that there are some maximum cities record the negative rating gap. That means we should work on our services, our quality our performance to retain the passenger in the service. So this is the dashboard. Let's move to the presentation. Let's came here. We already discussed about the dashboard, so we will skip these parts. So now the primary and secondary analysis that aims to determine like what was the top and bottom performing cities. Jaipur, Lucknow and Surat record the highest total trips. So we have to focus on the lowest performing city by increasing the loyalty program and some connectivity service, and we have to try to retain the passenger in Jaipur in the highest performing cities so that it will benefit our services. Average ratings by city and passenger. Highest rating was received by the Jaipur Kochi, and the lowest rating was received by Vadodara and Lucknow. We have to try to improve the services in low rating cities like in Vadodara, Lucknow, so that we can improve our performance. Average fare per trip by city. Jaipur leads with 484 rupee per trip, and while Surat has the lowest at 117. Peak demand month by city. Jaipur has the peak demand month in January, and Mysore record the lowest in January also. Sorry, Jaipur records it highest in February. Weekend trip. On weekend, Jaipur and Kochi leads with the February having the most trips, and in weekday, Lucknow and Surat top the. We talk about city contribution analysis. Jaipur, Visakhapatnam, Kochi has a maximum trips, and which was specifically the two trips was preferred mostly by the city. These are the performance trend which shows that the new passengers in new passenger Coimbatore and Surat exceed the target, and if we talk about the total trip, Mysore Jaipur exceed the target, and Chandigarh nearly met the target, and Vadodara and Lucknow nearly missed the target. The highest repeat passenger rate we recorded in the Surat and the Lucknow. So we have to focus on the loyalty program and promotions to drive the repeated trips and to build the trust of the passenger so that they can take the trips more. And low repeat passenger was Mysore and Jaipur. This is the ad hoc business request that was asked by the company to provide the insights in the SQL. So the first is city level fare and trip summary report. For that, I have run a SQL query and provide the data. This is all the ad hoc reports that I was prepared in the SQL, and the target output was I displayed here. Let's talk about the further analysis. So if we talk about what factor influencing a repeat passenger rate? We have to improve our service quality, so we retain the lowest repeat passenger rate in Mysore and Jaipur, and offer loyalty program in highest cities like Surat and Lucknow. And now comes to tourism versus business demand impact. We have to try to focus on Jaipur, Kochi, Visakhapatnam with more facility to retain the employees. And next one is the emerging mobility trends and good cab adaptation. We try to adapt the new technologies that are evolving, like eco-friendly, that will be friendly for our nature, and a cost conscious that provide affordability to the passenger. Partnership opportunity. We have to try to collaborate with hotels, airport, and tour, that so that they provide some packages. It will provide affordable deal to the passengers, so they choose our ride in that particular city when they are traveled. Data collection for enhanced data revenues. If we have a data related to the wait timing, trip durations, locations, pick up, pick off, and the cancellation, so we can provide a more data driven things. These are the results and the recommendation. We have to try to focus on underperforming cities like Lucknow and Vadodara for improving their driver performance. And next is enhance repeat passenger retention. Surat and Lucknow record a highest repeat rate, and Mysore and Jaipur has the lowest. We have to try to leverage high performing cities by trip volume and then revenue optimization. We try to increase the weekday revenue by offering some incentives, discount in cities like Lucknow and Surat, because they are not performing well in weekend, but they're performing well in weekdays. Focus on boosting a low revenue month in like June with seasonal promotions and event based offers. Drive tourism based growth, like they provide the frequency for the Jaipur Vishakhapatnam to drive more tourism in the place. They have a better opportunity. And next one is enhance the driver and passenger experience by providing some food packages and providing some excellent services, affordable pricing. By implementing these recommendations, GoodCab can targetly can achieve the target, and it improve the passenger satisfaction, and it maximize the revenue growth in year in that upcoming years. So it will helps you to it helps the team and helps the operation department to run effectively. So I concluded my presentation. If you have any queries, questions, suggestion and feedback, then please feel free to share them in the comment section.